NetApp is a cloud-based data services and data management company that works with major enterprise customers. The goal is to get the right data to the right place at the right time, where the customer can make the most efficient and profitable use of the data. Data has become big business. Even after seeing large share losses in recent months, NetApp still boasts a market cap of over $14.5 billion. Financial results for the most recent quarter came in strong. NetApp saw net revenues of $1.68 billion, up from $1.56 billion in the same quarter a year ago. The company's hybrid cloud segment led the way, and NetApp finished the quarter with $4.13 billion in cash and other liquid assets, and those strong cash holdings get sent back to the shareholders. So, let's take a look. NetApp has an active program of share repurchases and dividend payments totaling $361 million in the recent quarter and $1.05 billion for the full fiscal year. The common share dividend is set at 50 cents per share, or $2 annualized, with a current yield of over 3%. The company is shifting its cash usage in the near term from mergers and acquisitions to share buybacks, which should be positive for earnings per share growth. The stock has been falling along with other stocks, which makes its price more compelling. However, it's not quite time to buy, as you will see. Regardless, the analyst consensus rating on NetApp is a moderate buy based on 13 reviews. These reviews include 6 buys and 7 holds, with an average price target of over $88 per share, and this suggests an upside of about 37% in the year ahead. So, let's take a look at the charts. And we're now looking at a 20-year monthly chart on NetApp Inc., and the symbol is NTAP. And for disclosure purposes, I do not hold any shares of NetApp at this time. Now, back here in 2002, up through the current time frame, you can see that there's a pretty good move on up. Now, it looks like we've had this top here, and we're heading on down. We went through the 20 and the 50 EMA. I think we have further to run. Now, here we had a bottom, as well as back here and here. And my imaginary line is pretty good, I think, for the most part. You get the idea. So perhaps we will bottom and base, hopefully, above 50, perhaps between 50 and 60, but only time will tell. But I think the oscillators will show us that we still have more time to go, as I think the stock might continue to fall a bit further. So let's go ahead and take a look at the oscillators. First here, volume's not going to show you too much, but you get the idea that things are fair enough. Into the MAC, you can see that this cycle is fairly predictable, perhaps most so in the last several years, with the bottom here, the top here, another bottom here, and then another top there with a fast line in black running through the slow line in red and coming on down. Both of those are heading on down, and there's a pretty good separation between the fast line there and the slow line here, which means we have further downside or sideways trading. My bet is just simply further downside, and we'll see that here in the histogram, where you can see the top there and then the move on down very sharp. But it still looks like we have more room to fall here. And looking at some of these previous points, we do have that at this point here, so we certainly are almost equal to that. We could go a little bit farther. That is possible. Some of these other oscillators show that we may go a little bit further. Here, the price rate of change, again, the fast line and the slow line both are heading on down. Now, we are under zero here with the fast line and above zero with the slow line, but I think they're both going to come down here. I would imagine looking for a bottoming and basing somewhere in that negative 25 area. Moving here into the relative strength, we're at a moderately weak 32.75, but look for a bottoming and basing perhaps here to this area here. So a little bit further to fall, perhaps. Into the stochastics, pretty much the same thing. This, I think, is the low watermark. And here we have the recent watermark there. I think this is going to fall perhaps just through that 20 level into that oversold territory. Look for a bottoming and basing in that area there. Same thing pretty much for the Williams. The Williams are going to do some sawtoothing down here in this oversold territory. Let's see how that bottoms and base in there. And then we'll wait for the move to head on out and start heading on up. That would be a pretty good buy signal. Of course, the MACD is my favorite buy signal. And what I'm going to want to see here is for the fast line to move bottom and base and head up through the slow line, and that would be my buy point. So look for that. I think we have a few months to go at least, but for now you can watch and wait and study those fundamentals. And for today, that's ChewDog Charts. Thank you.